okay, the media controls what it controls, but everybody has access to phones, and everybody now is a news reporter and a cameraman.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
Okay, so if Obama did things the way Trump did things, where's the footage?
Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy. Chewing the jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this. Before you was on your mama.
Harry Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to write into the podcast, Aries Spears 45 at Hotmail.
Hotmail.
And Mark, what's the number?
And if you want to call and leave a voicemail, 617-942-0401. That is 617-942-0401.
And if you want to leave a voice, you want to send a message to Aries directly, he does that by pigeons and Hotmail.
Yeah.
Pigeons.
Matter of fact, one of my birds might crash in the Dewan Curse's bird.
Dude, that is hot. Why, you're just such you won't change.
I changed a little bit.
Yeah, you did. Well, you had caviar.
There you go.
All right, guys. You're listening to this, and Aries and I will be in October 17th to the 19th at Tampa, Florida. Funny Bone. It's not Tampa, though. It's actually Ybor City. October 23rd to the 25th at Levity Live in Huntsville, Alabama. October 30th through November 2nd, we're going to be at Cap City Comedy Club. November 6th through the 9th, we're going to be at the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, Florida. November 13th through the 16th, Chicago Improv out there in Woodville Mall, out in Schaumburg. November 21st to the 23rd, Oxnard Levity Live out in California. And November 28th through the 30th, that is Thanksgiving weekend, Aries will be at the Fort Lauderdale Improv in Florida, and I will be in Arizona at Stir Crazy Comedy Club.
This Steve is brought to you by someone new, Patrick Aiken. It's a little bit of a rhyme.
Oh, this is a Phoenix guy.
How you know?
Unless it's a different Patrick Aiken.
You know this dude?
I don't know.
So,
We'll read it.
oh Jesus,
I know a Patrick Aiken.
didn't say that, nigga. Steve, to arise, the legendary comedian hound around. When are around, panties always falling down. And to Andy, the fake-ass wannabe comedy legend Jew, you could never be Aries, and yes, I'm talking about you. Mark, the gayest Jew around, whenever big black are in his vicinity, he doesn't mind going down to the rocker who does lines of coke, sometimes hits the weed. My Steve.
And it's funny because he knew about him doing coke before you even said it on the podcast.
Allegedly. And that was different Patrick Aiken.
Now it's a different Patrick Hagan. Now you don't want to notice. Brandon Surratt, Godfrey. What's up, A&A? Since y'all replayed the classic episode with Godfrey, when are you and Andy going on Godfrey's podcast? Make it happen, Captain. Also, one gay man is allowed on Godfrey's podcast at a time, so Mark, stay home. Hakeem, who is actually hilarious, got it. We have to be in New York because Godfrey resides out of New York. So, and even that, it's depressing because once upon a time ago, Gotham was the club that we would go to in New York, but they don't do. They only do local acts now, and of course, Caroline's has turned into a what do they call that shit?
Ping pong?
Not ping pong. The shit I did.
Pickleball
place. I don't think the Improv is around anymore.
No.
So yeah, New York doesn't really have a comedy scene like that except the Cellar. So yeah, I don't know how we would even.
The Stand, but the Stand also does showcase shows.
Yeah.
New York is a showcase show city.
Yeah, so it'd be hard because The closest we get to New York is Nyack, and that's like an hour and 45 minutes away.
But you could drive, but you got to go back down anyway to get to the airport. So you just have to stay an extra day.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll
I'm
see
there
what
anyway.
Well, I mean, you are, but shit.
That's
okay.
We can figure it out.
We'll try to do something, Brandon.
Wait till we buy a new place, and then you can crash out in our.
I wanted to start out somewhat light, but let me get to some of the heavy hitters. There's at least 3.
Let's get them.
One's coming at Mark real hard. Another one's coming at you real hard. All right. Devarius Evans. And he writes, enough of Andy already. Enough. Yo, what up? First time writing into the pod. Oh, Steve.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I'm a day one listener, and I've been to 2 shows. I fuck with you, Aries, and you are definitely one of my goats. I just finished with episode 714, man, and I couldn't even get out the car before writing this email. I may be done with the pod. Let me stop right there. You guys got to stop with this. You know, regardless as to how you feel, regardless as to whether or not you agree with Andy or not, stop it. Why do you have to threaten to be done with the pod? You know, just you stick with the family, man. You got the family you got. Everything ain't gonna be hunky dory. Toughen up, Jesus. I may be done with the pod like some others because Andy is just too much. Forget the fact that he is a closeted racist, which we know was passed down from his mom. My main issue is the forced negativity to Mark. Andy really is disrespectful to Mark like he owes Andy some respect. He goes out of his way to nitpick and raise his voice every episode now, and it's ruined the listen for myself and others. Andy barely stood up to Aries ever, but wants to all of a sudden just disrespect the guy who is there because you are brain dead and can't work with your phone, let alone a computer. The shit is so forced now, and I can see why Mark was brought aboard the pod. He has every right to do his little corny shit like anybody else, but Andy is not a big brother to that man. You are not the star. Trying to haze Mark or some shit. Yes, he has to earn his stripes, sure, but let that come from fans. Andy comes off as a racist who never had the balls to stand up to Aries in a respectful way, of course, but now wants to take it out on the only guy in the room that can work the laptop. All the stuttering and forgetting is hard to listen to. I can't stand this shit because Andy is trying to act like somebody, OG. Aries, I know he's your opener, but I hope you feel you free yourself from this below average comedian who is clearly racist. You are the star, and I hope one day you and Mark find somebody else to do the pod with. That shit is too much at this point. I commend Mark for letting the shit go out of respect for you and the show. Andy has to relax, and with raising his voice to the man for no reason. It's no longer a good listen. The shit long as hell, but it, man, I'm done with this Andy guy.
Andy, what do you have to say for yourself?
You know, my closeted racistness. I thought I was keeping it in there so good that he didn't see it, but apparently he must have been in the closet with me and saw it. I don't know what he's up to. I don't have anything to say to that. I really don't. I think it's. I love that he was. You know what I do love about it though? The caring that he has for you. Seriously, I love that he actually cared enough. He's listened to it. He says day one. I don't know if that really is true, but let's say it is day one. And he's listened to it, put up with it this whole time, but never obviously heard Aries and I go at it battle style. But
yeah, see that's where you're off on the 2 things. Number one, you know, there's a thing you said yesterday on yesterday's episode where you said all or nothing. I think sometimes people, when they hear us talk race, for them it's all or nothing. In other words, if you don't say, I don't know if I want to use the word extreme, but if you don't go to the extreme in terms of maybe saying what they think you should say or believe what they believe, then it's all or nothing. And the thing about this race thing is, you know, it's like a minefield. Yes, certain things should be that, and certain things maybe shouldn't be this. But then there are these gray areas. And I think that sometimes when people live in those gray areas, that makes you come to the conclusion that he's a racist. And he's not a racist.
What I think is funny, and
Not even close. That's number one. But go ahead.
you know what I think is funny is because people will say Andy's no ally. When I hear that, that always makes me laugh the most because I always say I'm not an ally. Because if I'm an ally to you, I have to think like you. And not all black people even think the same way as you.
And listen, if you paid attention to yesterday's episode, and this is not me, I'm just sticking up for my guy because he's my guy. Again, if you've listened to this podcast long enough, we fought. We fought about the episode with Farrakhan and Mike Wallace. You know, I was braced yesterday's episode because I thought he was going to give me the butt on the Saudi Arabia and America being the moral compass. But he was there right with me in line. So where do you get that? Where do you get the racist thing?
Because he has a different opinion, and that's why I say keep your tickets to the barbecue, man. I'll go. I'll have my own barbecue. I'll invite my friends.
Look, I'll bring you the plate. You just stay home. I'll bring you the plate.
And
then he said something else that was off too. What else did he say, Mark? He said Andy was racist, and what other thing did he say? Do you remember?
Bullies, man.
No, before that. He said something else that was just not true. You were racist, and I always delete these things after I read them.
You read them and then delete them?
Yeah, once I'm done, I delete it.
So
Really? Yeah. Why?
Because I'm not a hoarder.
The thing though about bullying Mark that people don't understand, Mark talks all day long. Like we'll get into these little riffs all day long, and then he'll bring something up again, and that's where it starts where it left off. You just weren't there the whole time.
Yeah, man. Listen, I see him do it in the green room sometimes, and I leave because I'm like these niggas in these deep conversations.
So you're getting the snapshot. You don't get the whole thing, but that's all right too.
I'm so mad at myself because there was one other thing he said that just was completely off. You don't remember it?
You really delete your emails
Why?
while you're reading them?
I just told you yes.
Go into your trash box.
Yeah, my shit is so thick that there's too much to weave through.
Will be
All
the
right.
top one.
No, but it goes by dates. So if he
Does it?
Usually it does, but you can change it.
Let me see. Trash. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that was Godfrey. See? Brandon Sarrett is what I read first. The other guy I read second. So why isn't it up there?
Because it goes by it goes by the date it was sent to you. So it might just go through and it might pop up. It had to be recent.
Yeah, it was rather recent, but God damn it. It's not important. It's important, but it's not important.
I just thought it was funny.
All right.
Oh, but not the part that he's going to leave. Were you going to talk about him leaving the podcast?
No, I already addressed that.
Okay, I thought maybe it was more of that.
All right. Listen.
You guys have to, he doesn't know this, but Mark and I have known each other for how long?
I don't know.
It's
7, 8 years.
Yeah, so it's not like he came on the podcast and this has started from the day one. Mark and I have known each other for a long time.
But to be fair, I just found out he was racist.
Yeah, just right now. But thank God you came along. If you wouldn't have come along, I could be pulling this forever.
Mark Marino. And the funny thing about these emails too is, again, it's just when you start to feel like, oh, there's somebody that goes the opposite direction. So somebody will say, I hate Mark, but then somebody goes, we love Mark. He's a great addition. I hate Andy, then somebody sticks up for Andy. So it's all over the place. Mark Marino. Mark is ignorant, and ignorance is dangerous. I enjoy political-driven conversation, but it's all for naught when a person is willfully ignorant. Mark is literally speaking as though his opinion is fact. You literally have the internet on demand at your fingertips. You could have easily pulled up the clip of the black student claiming he's being called racial slurs. Instead, you prove my point that half-assed pundits and their entirely taken out of context quotes and clickbaits got this man killed. You couldn't have timed it better and proved that ignorant people can easily fall for clickbait, live and direct. You cannot deny it. And to turn on him is insane. Mark, please formulate an educated opinion before you open your mouth. Mark, what do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, I think this guy's full of shit. What is he talking about?
When Charlie Clerk, you said something, he sent me a link.
About Hold on, I think I bookmarked it on my phone, but it's kind of a long clip.
I got something about Mark though on this.
Yeah, what, like this clip where he's fucking?
I haven't seen the clip.
I don't know what he's talking about, so I don't.
You don't remember we were
probably
having
more-
that conversation about what got Charlie Kirk killed?
Oh yeah, I just don't think it was. Like, you know how people claim, oh yeah, everyone's calling everyone a fascist, blah blah, but I don't think Charlie Kirk was. You know, they were saying that about him, like on news stations.
They
and
were.
shit.
They did.
Where?
CNN, the pundit, because
But,
all
like,
this,
how
the
often?
talking pundit heads.
All right, if
yeah.
it's about how many people are calling you a fascist,
I don't know.
How come
Well, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill Trump.
Yeah,
They did. I don't know who they are. I don't believe that it's one.
He put Charlie Kirk, as everybody kind of does. They put out rage bait and he race baits. That's what they do.
That's part of That's part of getting the algorithm to work.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you do that I don't think that, I think you should be honest about it though, so people know it.
Tell me, what is
no,
this?
No. But you do like to stir the pot. You like controversy. So sometimes I don't think you say things that are definitely 100% your opinion. You say them like what he's saying that you don't know. I think you do know sometimes, and you just try to do it to.
What's the claim here?
That you do things to make the what's the right word that I'm supposed to use, to entice the conversation, to bring it to another level, to cause a little controversy possibly.
I'll be honest. Everything I've said, I stand by. I'm not like I'm not trying to provoke or anything, do anything like that.
It's not on purpose. If it's one thing, if it's
No,
on
because-
purpose, but if that's how you really,
He said to me that one day when he said, "You said you hate Mark Maron." I addressed the conversation, and I said, "But when did I ever say I hate Mark Maron?" He goes, "I didn't. I was just trying to provoke, make some good podcast." And so you have said that.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to backtrack, so it's not on record of you talking about Mark Maron.
I don't understand.
Because you did it off camera.
No, I didn't.
I know. I'm lying.
No, I why would I not say it?
What?
Why would I not say it? If
You just had some, negative experiences with Mark Maron.
It wasn't negative. It was just, it's Mark. Mark is not the easiest person to deal with sometimes.
Okay.
But I've never said I hated him.
Is that the only example we got here?
No, there's other things that you've said, and then you'll go, well, but it's kind of this way. But I see that other side. You like to push the boundary.
Right.
You don't? You don't think you do? I'm asking you. I'm not trying to tell you. I'm asking you.
I don't know what circumstance or specific thing you guys are talking about, so I don't know.
I wasn't talking about anything in general. I was talking in general terms.
do FG, first time emailer responding to Charlie Kirk episode. Steve, for old time's sake, just.
Welcome to the party, pal.
In the Charlie Kirk episode, you mentioned Atlanta as the main place to live amongst rich black people, but also said you didn't want to move there. It's important to note that California has some of the wealthiest black neighborhoods in the country, too. Areas like Ladera Heights, known as the Black Beverly Hills, View Park, Windsor Hills, often ranked among the richest black communities in the U.S., and Baldwin Hills in Los Angeles are prime examples. Beyond California and Atlanta, there are other affluent black communities across the U.S., such as Prince George's County, Maryland, the richest majority black county in America, DeKalb County, neighborhoods outside Atlanta, Missouri City, and Texas, and affluent parts of Washington, D.C. These communities highlight the black wealth and success are not limited to one city, but spread across the country. Black people do not move to white areas, as Andy mentioned. They can and already do thrive in established wealthy black communities. Thanks, guys. Did not know that. Thank you.
Well, you knew.
And I hadn't heard of, I heard, Baldwin Hills. I guess I got to venture more into Baldwin Hills because there's a lot of areas in Baldwin Hills.
Can you, let's see, but needs to move to white areas, as Andy mentioned, can already do and thrive in established. Yeah, I know there's wealthy black areas, but a lot of black people will go to, that's exactly what other black people call them out for. Rich black people moving to white areas. leaving a black neighborhood. So that's what I said. I wasn't trying to say that there was. I hope that it wasn't saying that I didn't think.
I'm not gonna lie. You just educated me because I mean, again, I'm living in California. I've heard of. I know Baldwin Hills, but I've never really ventured in deep into Baldwin Hills. So a lot of what I've seen in Baldwin Hills ain't so, affluent and well-to-do. But I could be wrong. And all those other places I've never heard of nor been to. So appreciate that, boss. I'm still gonna stay where I'm at, but appreciate that.
Is your neighborhood like mixed or like what's your neighborhood?
It's you know what, a lot of Asians and like Middle Eastern people, a lot of Asians and Middle Eastern people.
You live in the valley, right? Is it the valley?
Me?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but this, I live in a gated community, and
It's a big spot.
yeah. Bobby a dude from NC. Okay. I meant no disrespect. Yo, Aries, bro, that shit had me crying. The way all the characters said "F you" to me, I was rolling. I listened to that joint like 3 times. Andy was right. I just want to see you win, man. I hit you back when the Ice Cube stuff was fresh. Still, I respect your opinion. Not to like his art. I was just rooting for you, man. I am a black man too, and I just wanted to see another brother win. My thought was if you hadn't gone the way you did, maybe Ice Cube could have opened some doors for you. But either way, all love and respect, and I can't wait to see the movie you're writing. I've seen your show twice in St. Louis. First time I got that pic with you and Andy, both y'all signed it. Then I said F it and signed it too. Hung that up on my office. Plus, when y'all do come back in St. Louis, I'm going to be right there. This time I want to sit in the front, but I got to convince my wife because she doesn't want to be part of the show. I'm like, F that, babe, let's go. Andy joked when we took the pic and said, looks like we're fitting to drop a dope-ass album. Second time was at Helium. I brought the whole fam, my mom, sisters, brothers, all the spouses, my niece and my nephew. We came out to support. The pod's still fire, bro. Just want to hear more of those impressions, especially Hurley and Sue Ann. Much love. P.S. Let's play a game. Would you rather Andy and you get all the desire, the mansion, the cars, and money, but you can no longer do comedy, or Mark and you have to start all over in your comedy career and you're broke? Oh, and you're the age you are. Andy, would you blow Mark to obtain all you desire, or Mark to stay at your current level? Mark, who you Aries or Andy? This whole thing is pause, nigga. PSS, I don't know why this email turned gay all of a sudden. Dude on dude action is funny to me.
I like how he wrapped it up, though. He put it in, to get all I desire. My biggest desire is not to blow Mark. So,
would you rather Andy and get all you desire, the mansion, cars, and money, but you can no longer do comedy, or Mark and you have to start all over in your comedy career and you're broke and you are the? Why would I want to start over and be broke?
So you're Andy.
Yeah.
Does
That's
Andy,
not even a challenge.
Does Andy have anything to say about this?
No, you don't. Dude, y'all gotta learn how these games, how these mental mind gotta work. You presented no challenge in that. It's either Andy and get everything I want, or Mark and have nothing. Andy's easy. I'm Andy.
Jesus.
I like how I don't get anything either Andy or Aries. It's just which one would you rather?
Yeah, because that's the story.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do I really want to read this? Let me see something. David Allen, Spears and Steinberg. Hi there. What if Spears and Steinberg could get more from YouTube without spending hours trying to optimize videos? That's where Optimizify comes in. Is this an ad?
I think so.
Yeah, this is a ad. I thought this was a fan. Oh. See, that's why I pre-read some of these.
I never see any of these until it's time.
Yeah, you like it fresh out the oven.
I do. I don't want to prepare. I'll forget what I was going to say about it anyway.
Christian Robinson, Ghost of Yodi. What's going on, fellas? Hope you all are good. Aries, anyways, you got to check out Ghost of Yodi ASAP. It's one of the most visually stunning games I've ever seen, up there with Red Dead 2. The gameplay combined with the cinematics are superb, to say the least. Keep killing it, fellas. Peace. You know, I had Ghost of Tsushima, whatever that was, Ghost of Tsushima or Tsushima, however you say it, Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Tsushima. I played that for a couple hours and I stopped.
What are you playing right now?
I'm playing Days Gone, the remastered, Old Mafia.
Old Mafia?
Yeah, and Dying Light Beast. 2 zombie games and a Mafia game.
I'm True's gonna get online so he can play it.
Dude, I'm so pissed with this latest NBA 2K is just garbage.
Really?
And all of them have been garbage. None of them have been good since 2016 was the last from 2011 when they put Michael Jordan back in it for the first time, all the way through 2016. 2K was fire. From 16 to the current, garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. I might check out Ghost of Yeti. You know, sometimes I get these games just because they're so visually stunning and I want to say I have it. But then if it ain't really great, I fall off. Like that one, oh my God, where the hero was the monkey. Whoa, me. That game where you fight all the bosses and they're gigantic, but it was the monkey. You Wukong, something of Wukong, and it was the monkey with the sword. Yeah, I fell off that. That was too much.
How long did you play it?
Maybe a week.
All right, I gotta get True on there.
Yeah.
But are you playing with anybody on any?
Online?
Yeah, any of our listeners here? Is anybody playing?
Not
lately?
really.
Not really. Okay.
Yeah, I keep telling, oh boy, I'm gonna get them on a 2K, but then I get lazy. I start playing online, not my friends, but I need to start playing my friends.
You should stream it. You can make money like that.
Yeah, I know. I got Twitch set up, but
Don't do anything for enjoyment. Just make money.
listen, it's you're doing what you love and you can get paid, but
Yeah.
you know, that to me is a level of geekdom I'm just not at.
It was funny though because when the first time you saw a Twitch, we did an interview and it was on Twitch and he saw that. I think the next week you had someone in there wiring that shit up and you haven't done
and I
it.
never did it. Juan Unda, Puerto Rican impression. Aries, recently Vlad asked my question during your interview. I requested you do a Puerto Rican impression. Respectfully, I give you a 4 out of 10. Watch New York's Undercover, Michael DiLorenzo, or a Big Pun interview. More Poppy, less Scarface. Al Pacino's PR impression in Carlito's Way was weak. The movie was excellent, except for that one flaw. Yeah, only real Puerto Ricans and maybe some other Spanish type of people know that. You know what I mean? I never claimed to do a good Hispanic impression. But to people who aren't Hispanic, yeah, that sounds pretty good. That's one of Neri's beefs with Al Pacino in Scarface. He can't stand that impression. And what was he in Scarface? A Colombian? What was he? Colombian?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. Came from
Yeah.
Colombia.
So he didn't, and Neri hates that because he says it's so bad. Did he do a voice in Carlito's Way? I don't recall. He just sounded like Al Pacino. He was just playing Hispanic.
No,
But I don't
he kind of he was trying to get.
Dave is my friend, Gail.
Yeah, but there's a little bit in there. It's just a bit. But you're right. It was him.
It's so subtle.
Yeah, it's his take.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, since you brought up Al Pacino, I just wanted to shout out. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I got it on before I started doing the podcast that Diane Keaton passed away at 79 today.
Yeah.
So,
From Godfather. She played, what was her role? Kay.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about my business, Kay.
So, rest in peace.
You have a problem with Bad Bunny, the halftime show?
No, I don't have a problem with him doing the halftime show. I think it's,
It's business.
We're trying. The NFL wants an international take because they're going international.
Right.
And Bad Bunny has the market. I'm not a big Bad Bunny fan, but I don't think they're going after me. They're trying to they need to bring a younger audience. We're going to watch football. But I also don't have a problem with Turning Point wanting to do, their version of it.
Who's Turning Point?
Turning Point is what Charlie Kirk did, and there was this big thing because
They're going to create their own Super Bowl halftime show.
and it's going to be English speaking, and
But where does that take place?
on another channel, I guess, on cable. Who knows? Who knows? I didn't even find out. I heard that. I don't care. I mean, more power to people if they can figure out a way to make a halftime show.
There's this guy who I get into it with sometimes who's saying he's going to come to my show in Orlando and f me up, named John Paul King. And this is the most coonest wannabe white black man. This nigga, he keeps his lips so far up the white man's ass that if the white man were to open his mouth, you would see John Paul's lips in his mouth, like the alien had the double mouth. When the alien would open his mouth, he had the little mouth inside. That's where John Paul's lips would be. Because it's sickening. He does this thing where he always goes, live, look at the EBT community. And he shows clips of ignorant black folks, and he just trashes them every chance he gets. Not to mention, his woman is white. He got mixed kids. He just loves everything about. He plays country music. In some of his videos, he does a thing where he'll put on a napkin over his face to look like a KKK hood.
He won't, but will he make this fun of the same like white people use
No,
the EBT guys?
he loves white. He loves them. He's a tap dancing bootlicker,
dude. Because they're white people put on a real good show when they're using their EBT as well.
But here's some of the ignorance. He goes, so it's wrong for American citizens to want to have an American performance at the halftime show. He's trashing Bad Bunny. It's wrong for us to want to be entertained by an American that we can understand. And it's like Puerto Rico is part of America. So he's a citizen, you jackass. He's technically a citizen.
Yeah, he is a citizen.
Yeah. And I said to him, you want to be white so bad that you're even saying ignorant shit like a lot of racist white people. Educate yourself. The man is an American citizen. And then I saw this thing where somebody showed a picture and they said people who performed at the Super Bowl, U2, Paul McCartney,
I was just going to say this. Yeah.
Rihanna, a bunch of people that aren't American citizens. So Bad Bunny, who is an American citizen, what's really the problem?
It's in Spanish.
Okay. And y'all got a problem with that.
Well,
I think it kind of is a troll a little bit. I mean, I don't know the motivations, like you said, trying to expand the base. But, let's have a Spanish-speaking dude.
Listen,
do
I
the
don't.
halftime show? It could be a troll.
I don't, and I said this in my post, I don't speak a lick of Spanish. I don't understand Spanish, but I love salsa music. And if you know how to become one with the rhythm and the beat and the soul of the music, you don't have to speak it to enjoy it. It's about feeling it, which is why a lot of white people can't dance.
Because they don't feel it.
They don't feel it.
Well, it's just at this. It's a time. It's a snapshot in this time, and right now, while everybody's trying this, we have this huge pro-American thing, and I think we should be more pro-American in the aspect that this is our country. We live here. We should want our country to do well. Now, those are all things I agree with. But the Hispanic population is a great part of our country. It's actually part of my heritage, and I know people in my family that listen to. They're younger that listen to Bad Bunny, and they were excited about it. Listen, it's still. If we lived in some more of a metropolitan, I don't. That's not the right way to say it. If we lived in like Europe, everybody speaks multiple languages because they're so close to each other, but we are so locked up. This is America. We speak English. Yeah, this is America. It's not the legal language of America, but it is known that if you come to America, it's going to be a lot easier if you speak English. And English is the for all intents and purposes, is the language that is spoken here.
Let me just say real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm a little bit proud of myself when I said this way back when on the podcast, and I want to find a way to put it in my act. When I did that story about how somebody thought somebody broke in my house, I want to put that into a joke. But I go, again, when I hear people say in regards to people who don't speak English, Spanish people, Mexicans, and they go, well, English is not official language. Okay, but it's the most dominant one. So like the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So, when you come to this country, if you don't speak English, and we've gotten into this whole thing about that before, whatever. But it's the most dominant one.
But when you go to Mexico, do you feel the need to speak Spanish, or do you want them to capitulate to your English speaking?
Well, that would be wrong if it was the latter. I'm in their country.
Right. So, when you say Mexicans, it's a language, and it's a language that if you speak as an American, you access another door that can lead you to more opportunity. And that's what I don't like about this idea that everything should be in English. It doesn't work that way, number one. That's not the reality of the situation, number two. And number three is you should be open to learning another language, because the people that are just south of us actually speak a different language. And if you want, there's other people that are actually citizens of this country where in Puerto Rico, Spanish is the language that is spoken, dominant there. If you go into Europe, Spanish is a major language, and you could go to Europe and not have to just speak English and communicate with other people that actually live there if you so desired. So I don't know that what I'm trying to say is I don't know why we're so afraid of another language.
This has nothing to do with the language.
Exactly. What I was going to say is, let's just be.
We did this last year with Kendrick Lamar.
Just please be honest. Let's be honest. There's a certain huge segment of the white population that feels like they're losing their country. Everything is so diverse. You got Spanish. You got last year Kendrick Lamar. They didn't get that. There's a thing about we're losing our grip.
When you're 56% of the country and everyone is telling you that you're a bad person, yeah, you're starting to get upset about it. I understand. I understand the white resistance on the same side, because it's you are made to feel like I did hear.
That sounds like a heavy metal band, the White Resistance.
White Resistance.
The White Resistance with the White Resistance. Go ahead.
But I heard there was a clip on. This is why I have to stay off the internet, man. It was I think I don't know.
You have been on the internet.
Yeah. No, I was watching. I saw it. I opened it up. There was this clip, and there was a guy who was Cuban talking to a black woman, and they were arguing because he was wearing a shirt that had an American print. And she said, that's oppressive to me. Well, no, you live here. So, everything about, and because he looked white to her, she felt that it was an oppressive white man coming at her, and she's wearing her mask to stay healthy. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if it's just about losing the country, or if you're also feeling like you're not appreciated at all as a person who's a productive part of the country as well.
We need to get white people together and just give them affirmations and tell them that they're worthy.
Well, I think when you say that our flag is oppressive, and you live here, but that's your flag, isn't it? And I don't understand how that's oppressive.
Listen, for the
it's
record,
a symbol
niggas can't
of
go.
what? Of oppression.
Of whatever George Collins said, symbols are for symbol-minded people.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But you're also, it's on both sides though.
It's on both sides. One side just says he wants to throw you in prison for burning a symbol, the American flag.
Who wants to say it's legal to burn the flag?
Somebody should tell Trump that.
Well, they should.
They should?
He knows it. He knows it's illegal. He doesn't think it's the right thing to do. I don't think it's the right thing to do either.
Listen, can't go around hugging. It just can't happen. Matter of fact,
dude,
I would
if
love
we
to call
started
this episode "Huggin Hunkies."
Yeah, I think it's good. I think we should start our own. What's it called? Charity, a foundation. Hug. and it's about
Huggin Hunkies.
yeah, and it's about communicating in a way that we don't have to agree, but we have a care
You
for
know,
each
I
other.
often hear, and I saw Godfrey on some guy's podcast, and this is again the genius of Godfrey. You know, how often you hear white people get upset when you say they feel a certain way. How come white people can't? White people will say, "How come it's okay for black people to want to have their own communities and want to have their own things, but white people we can't do that? How come white people can never show their pride the way black people do?" And Godfrey goes, "That's because often white people's pride comes with hate. When white people talk about white pride and prideful white folks and white this and white, it often comes with hate. That's the difference."
I think there's a pride of being an American, though, that doesn't come with that, though.
I
at the
think
same time.
I think anybody should be prideful of who they are.
Yeah.
But what I agree with Godfrey. When black people are talking about pride, we talking about coming from a place where we've always been either denied or put down or be made to feel less than. So yeah, James Brown. I'm black and I'm beautiful. We need that. We have to remind ourselves of that. When white people go prideful, where is that coming from? Where is it coming from?
What do you mean?
When you talk about a white community, how come we can't have our own communities and be prideful in it? Where is it coming from?
I know. I think what they're saying. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know exactly what point.
There was a community. Mark, you could even look this
It
up.
was in Arkansas.
Yeah, in Arkansas, a community was basically just for white people. They didn't want nobody of color living there. It kind of like
The Amish.
No. Tulsa, like the
Yeah.
Tulsa, like black people having their own neighborhoods, well-to-do, affluent. They want that same thing. But again, when we had that, we weren't coming from a place of inclusion. We were coming from, we got to do better for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about hate. The hate destroyed the community.
No, I understand that.
So when you say where is it, you don't know where I'm coming. That's what I'm talking about.
No. I didn't know about the. I didn't know when you meant that spot. I'm thinking when people say, why can't we? What I've heard more so is we can't say if we said those same things, we would be
Right.
ostracized for it. That's what that's what I was trying to figure out. Which one you were saying.
Yeah.
But yes,
But most times when they do say those things, they are ostracized because it comes from a place of hate. It comes from a place of bigotry.
well, if they said that, that's what they're saying. If I said that, but so when a black person says it, is it coming from a place of bigotry?
Oh no.
No, it is. Sometimes it is. You can't say blanketly it's not because I've heard when there's those two black girls talking to the white guy and goes, "Is it okay to be white?"
Let me be fair. Okay, yeah, sometimes it does.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that's the majority. I'm not saying any of that. I go, but we have to understand that we both have that all the communities, and I mean that the way that I'm saying it, all the communities, there's a distrust from outside your community. It's because we're tribal. As people, as human beings, we're very tribal. And so until someone...
But for the most part, we've been given a reason to be distrustful.
Yes.
White people haven't.
True.
Are there certain instances? Yes. But for the most part, white people haven't.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but how many times... Okay, I told you I got jacked by two black dudes. So do I have a right then? Do I have a right to be like, well, I got to be careful with these black dudes? Do I have a right now that I have?
I got jacked off by two black dudes.
You might.
I don't.
But you might, though.
Because that's not the representation of all black people. So, but I feel like we get represented by white America, and the largest part of America is represented by the worst of white people to the black community. We have to take responsibility, and I think it's because we never took there was never a responsibility taken by white America in the past. So this is where we are right now, where white America has to take responsibility for what happened in the past so that we can move forward. It doesn't, but I think
Wait, what'd you say?
the white community has to take responsibility for what happened in the past because they never took responsibility before. So that has fallen on the shoulders of this time period.
Interesting.
But the unfortunate part about it is as I'm saying this, and when I said, but when specifically I'm bringing up those two black girls who were talking to the white guy, no, we don't like white. It's not about coming together, though. It's almost about, in a way, you are responsible and you're bad. No, we have to take responsibility for what came before us, but we're not bad. We're trying. No, I'm not saying there's not bad. There's bad everywhere. I'm just saying, for the most part, I think we're trying to get to the right place, but we can't do it if we're not all wanting to go to the right place. And listen, I think history has to be taught. I disagree with what they're doing in schools and trying to remove different things from books, but we also have to, when that has to be taught, it has to be taught on a timeline, because we have to talk about where we are today, not where we were yesterday, and how we've made progress. We have to be constantly looking to progress, not to go and sit in the area that has passed. But we need to remember it so it doesn't happen again. I'm all for all those things, but I think there's some conclusion where we're all one. We're all Americans, and we have to remember this is the team. This is the team we're on. You go to a baseball team, a football team, any of those teams, they don't all get along, but they all have to remember they're on the same team. They all fight for the same reason.
I want to see the thing from the back. I have a dream to get that slurp. Lenny Smith, Andy, what the this is my first time emailing in. Come on, man, Steve, do it. I was starting to get comfortable with Andy, even though he picks a fight with you, Aries, every time.
Oh, according to other people, I don't pick any fights. It's all perspective.
Read the room and understand that we as fans are not stupid. Some of y'all are. We know what is going on in this world and are pretty disappointed with what is happening. Every single time Marc brings up stats, you dismiss him and pick a fight with him about things he is right about, but doesn't have the balls to really just call you out. Who, Marc don't? Marc calls him out all the time. That's what leads to the fight. Let me rewind. You think that some of us are stupid. Some of y'all are. You just gave the example. If you want to do an exercise, go back, try the last 5 episodes, and just listen to Andy. As soon as you bring up the Frump and the gang, Andy immediately loses his mind. He has been compromised. The last episode on October 8th, 2025, Andy said he doesn't regret his vote. Really, Andy? Sending the military into D.C., Chicago, Portland, and trying to do it in Seattle? The dumbass speech Frump, he's trying to say Trump, but he says Frump, and the gang gave to our military generals. You can't say that you don't like Frump and then lick the poop left in his ass after he was done wiping. Frump don't need no bidet with you around. You can do better, Andy. I will be waiting to hear your quick, irrational response to defend your beloved king. Sorry for the long email, but Andy has the fans fired up. I guess we are all wrong, and he is the only one who understands anything.
I never said I like Trump. I don't regret my vote.
But you stick up for him all the time.
No, I stick up because it's the left side of this is so the hypocrisy that's happening.
The hypocrisy
is huge, and I think I would like to make this announcement because, and I don't know, I don't think Marc knows it very well. The Free Press was purchased and by the same people that own CBS, and now Barry Weiss is going to be running the New York Post, I think is what it is, the paper that she had to leave because she was
Washington Post.
Washington Post. Yeah. Anyway, I would like to see more of her centered. We used to talk about things from a center point where we would talk about good and bad, right and left, and we would discuss what we liked about one side versus the other side, or this side has this and that side is this.
CBS News.
Yeah, they bought CBS News, but is it Washington Post or is it the? Yeah, it's Washington Post, right? Or New York Post. Which one is it they bought? That she's going to. That Barry Weiss is going to.
Well, so she was bought by CBS.
She was bought by
she's editor chief of CBS News.
Yeah, or CBS News. That's what it was. She's going to be awesome for the news. If you would like to understand me, if you really want to understand me, or you want to tell me about me, that's fine. You can just do that one too. If you like to understand me better, read some of the newsletters from Barry Weiss's. What's it now? I can't even. The Free Press. And see what it's like to look at things from from multiple points of view and understanding. That's all it is. I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't necessarily like Trump. There's things that I do like about him, but there's things I couldn't think of anything to vote for the other way.
Yeah,
I really couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, what would happen if Kamala won?
No, we'd be nicer, right?
She had like an annoying laugh. Ugh.
I would like to really see how she would have done. I would like to know. It would be nice to know.
You know what's funny is people are always like, "Oh man, good thing she didn't win." Like all the podcasters, what would happen to us?
The border would still.
But it's
be
like
open.
Biden won, nothing happened.
Yeah, the border was open,
now
and 20 million illegal people in our country.
Now people are saying, "Oh, we're radicalizing the left even more, so they definitely can't win the next election because what the are they going to do to us then?" But truly, nothing would happen.
What do you? I don't understand your point.
Nah, whatever. Move on. To
You just said a bunch of words that I didn't. Can you? No, seriously. Try to explain.
Did you only go the 2 semesters of summer school? What is happening right now?
I don't understand what you said.
Jesus Christ.
Say it again.
I don't want to spend time on it.
Because you didn't say anything. You just said a bunch of words that nothing happened. I still see it being worse. So I'll take it. And sending people to D.C. Why don't you ask the people in D.C. whether they appreciated it or not appreciated it? Some people appreciated it.
Do you know that a
Let's like
6-year-old autistic kid was missing for, I think it's 6, like a child was missing for 6 days, and it turns out they were just apprehended by ICE.
Where?
No. In America.
No, but where? In what city? What is this happening?
Huh?
Where did this happen?
I don't know. I'll pull it up on my phone later.
But
that's the America we have now. So
Well,
I don't know.
What? No, but
That's great.
He's missing from where? His parents called it in, or he was just?
Yes, they filed a report, and then they found out he was in ICE.
Why was he picked up by ICE? Where was he that he was allowed to be picked up by ICE?
Have you not been watching the news? ICE goes anywhere.
Yeah, but where were the parents? Why was there a 6-year-old kid available to be picked up?
I don't know. They're autistic. They wander off. Who the knows?
I have an autistic son. Mine didn't wander off.
Okay, so yours.
No,
is all-
you make it like the.
I'm saying that's the state of America we're in right now. Kids are getting zip tied after people come down.
Did
from
you see?
helicopters.
Did you see the kid? The kid was zip tied. The 6-year-old was zip tied.
No, that's a separate story from Chicago.
So you're just mixing stories together to
I'm saying
make
this is the state that we have right now.
Why are we in that state?
Because we elected somebody with
Because the
tendencies.
person we elected before opened the borders and let upwards of 10 to 20 million people into our country.
So that's why we have to zip tie citizens.
No, this is the action that happened because of it. I'm not for what's going on right now, but this is an effect because of what happened
Zip
before.
tie the children. That's what you're. It has to happen. It has to happen.
I just said that I'm not happy with the way this is going down.
Well, I think we need more than I'm not happy.
No,
because it's just going to keep getting worse.
How would you solve the problem?
That's the question I was going to ask.
Solve the problem?
Yeah, how would you solve it?
Not zip tie.
What would you do?
For what?
What do you mean?
To solve the problem.
To get rid of people?
We're not getting rid of people.
To deport them?
Yes, the people that have come here illegally.
Well, I think there's legal ways that, one, I would definitely knock the employers more, but there's legal ways. You can't racially profile people to arrest them. That is stomping on everybody's rights.
I agree with that.
But the fact that it only happens to brown people,
there's white people that are caught up in this too. You don't know that though, right?
Please give me that list.
Well, let's go get it. You have the computer. I don't know how to do anything according to the last guy.
What do I ask it? How many white people got zip tied?
Yeah,
in
you can ask
Chicago?
it. It'll probably tell you. But the other question that I have for you is: this is something that happened because something took place before it. Why did we allow that to happen?
Why do we need to deport people that have been here for 30 years?
We don't.
You know, somebody was the person in
So
Pennsylvania.
See how he phrases this.
So hold up. So even if they've been here for 30 years, but illegally, they shouldn't be deported because they've been here for 30 years. I killed somebody, but I haven't been caught in 40 years, so I should get away with it.
If you kill somebody.
Yeah, a crime is a crime.
Yeah, but most of these people aren't committing crimes. There's a
No.
There's
no.
Okay, if you could just snap your fingers and let everybody deport them, maybe.
Mark, if they're here illegally, they've committed a crime. So
No, not really. It's not. That's still. They don't go to criminal court. They're
crazy?
in.
No, you're not crazy. But see, they're trying. This is where this gets.
If you want to get to the semantics about it, it's not really.
What's semantics about? You either broke the law or you didn't. And if you broke the law by coming here illegally, I don't care if you're here 10 years, 30 years, 40 years, you broke the law.
But there is other complications with what he's saying. But you are correct, and this is where people that have that mindset that he has, this is where it gets conflated. And now we're looking at, well, yeah, but if you were here for 20 years, did you not have an opportunity in that 20 years to become a legal citizen?
Are you trying to ruin there's so many instances where everyone's on board with getting rid of gang members and people that are, and if you just kind of got here,
and that's what I thought.
Fine,
that's what I was thinking that should have been.
But now there was a person in Pennsylvania that was wrongfully convicted, and they weren't a citizen, but they've been in this country since they were 3 months old. They were the longest prison sentence, and then it was just recently overturned. That dude is now being deported. He's been in here 3 months. Since he was 3 months old. He had this long ass prison sentence. He's for something he didn't do. He's pretty much an American, and they're just setting his ass out. We're starting to do to people that don't necessarily deserve this.
Okay.
And that's the point.
Okay,
they want to be
let me ask you a question.
Aggressive.
So let me ask you a question the way that you ask questions, okay? Because you make these scenarios. This person. How many, and I'm going to go with half the number, 10 million illegal people in here. How many of them do you think fit the narrative that you're trying to describe?
A lot.
Okay, that was helpful. Okay,
I don't know.
How many? And I'm saying this because, and I want you to really answer this honestly. We don't like the Orange Man. The Orange Man is bad. That's what this thing was just said to me, and that I am, I'm the problem because I won't say that he's a bad. That I hate my vote, and I reject the ideas that I had at that moment when I cast it. It was the right thing that we're doing. My question to you is, if we're going, we have this illegal population, we're going to have to, there's going to be some problems in doing this, but has this been created deeper because we don't like him and the press has come out and made this everything of your one story is the worst thing in the world, and that's why there's people standing up and actually following ICE people, trying to make more problems. And when Obama did this, the only thing, and did a better job at it, he did a better job at deporting. When he did it, and the kids came in and at the college, and he was doing his speech, and he calmed him down and said, "This is the laws of the land, and I have to enforce these laws of the land." Where were the people following? Why wasn't the news getting people to go follow and cause this disruption that we have on our streets today when it was Obama? Now, if it's just because we don't like Trump.
They weren't doing it like that.
Yeah, he did it in a more humane way.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with, but he did it in a humane way because one of the reasons is, and I already said I agree. I'm not, I think I said Obama did a better job at it. But when I'm asking you is, part of this inhumane way that you're talking about is because they're being challenged at every stop. We have governors, we have sanctuary cities that are actually said we're not going to go with this. They never said that to Obama. They didn't fight him the same way that they're fighting Trump. It's because you don't like him. And we got to get to the point where someone will just say, it's because we don't like his stupid face. We don't like how he says it because he appears to be...
See, this is where you're being dishonest, I feel like. Because to say that, I just don't like his hair, I don't like his tan.
No, you don't like his verbiage.
There's no
you don't like his
why.
demeanor, the way that he speaks. He's callous. He doesn't seem like he cares. He doesn't seem to be... he's not a statesman.
You shouldn't be... I don't know what the law is exactly. You should not be able to racially profile American citizens.
I agree with that.
So why are you just letting this huge overstep of the Constitution fucking... Why they call him a fascist? They're just zip-tying citizens, bro.
And you don't think that happened with Obama. The cages came from Clinton. Obama used them. They put his face front and center.
Well, what about this?
No.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. You know, okay, the media controls what it controls. But everybody has access to phones, and everybody now is a news reporter and a cameraman.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
Okay, so if Obama did things the way Trump did things, where's the footage
They have
of
it.
zip ties? I've never seen it.
The great one when Trump was in office last time and he was deporting people. The picture they showed of the kids in cages was actually from either Obama or Clinton. I don't even know which one.
Okay, the kids in cages things, I understand. But in terms of, like Mark is saying, you go on TikTok, you go on Instagram, and you see footage of Mexicans being round up, struggling, wrestled, thrown to the ground, zip-tied, arrested. Where's all that footage with Obama?
Anytime. There wasn't because they weren't sending them out the same way. The press didn't cover it the same way.
So it was just the press that didn't cover it.
The press didn't cover.
So all the people with phones didn't see this?
What was Obama's name when he was in office? What was his nickname?
Deporter in chief.
Why? Okay, if that was his nickname and they knew that was going on,
His nickname, depending on who you ask, was also Monkey and...
Well, I'm not asking that.
But I'm just saying we got to be careful with the names.
No, because this is where you want to protect Obama. I'm not saying that Obama did anything wrong.
I'm not trying to protect Obama. What I'm saying is the same way that I can look on my phone on TikTok and see these violent images of Mexicans running, being wrestled to the ground, handcuffed. I've never seen any of that with Obama.
We didn't have TikTok when Obama was in office.
TikTok wasn't around?
No.
I don't know. Dude, you're missing the point, though. This is what they want. They want it to be cruel and unusual for whatever virtue signaling they're doing to their side.
It's not just about virtual singling.
And then they want to, so other people don't come here.
That's the bigger one.
That doesn't take away from the fact that they're being
but when you say zip tie
their...
people, we're zip tying people. Zip tying is how the police go in, and that's what they do whenever they do raids. If you get busted in a drug raid, you don't get handcuffed.
They're not being busted in a drug raid. They're just living their lives.
I'm using that as an example, though.
I know that, and I'm telling you, it's a bad example.
If there's a bust,
this isn't a bust.
It's a raid.
It's American citizens, bro. There's so many people being detained that are American citizens. Are they getting deported? Not exactly, but they're
not
getting
exactly. I love the way that they got
that is an
detained.
infringement on your civil liberties.
Wait a minute. But when you say that, it's American citizens. Can you back that up with data? Like, how many of them are American citizens versus not?
No, like, obviously they're getting a lot of illegals, but the point is you're stepping on your rights. Charlie Kirk said it. Hey, we're going to have guns. We're going to have some gun deaths. Is that what we're supposed to do here?
You laugh about it, but that is the truth. To keep your rights, go back. There's a better look up Benjamin Franklin, and when he talks about people who don't fight for their freedoms neither deserve it or will have it later. Something in that aspect.
Which is why you should not be supporting this administration.
I'm not supporting what they're doing. I know that I don't like. First of all, I don't agree 100% with Aries on the if you've been here for a certain amount of years. There has to be some blanket.
When did I say that?
But if you broke the law, they did break the law. But if you've been here for 30 years, you can't even go back to the country you came from. There has to be some. The problem that I have with this is that they haven't come up with some kind of way to. If you have these situations like he's talking about, 30 years, and I know that it is happening to people, and there's people who've come over illegally. That a mom might come over, the family comes here legally, and the mom can't come over, so they bring the mom over illegally. She's not doing anything. She's living in the house. They're going to deport her. I think that we have to have a better system in place to move people along through the process of getting their citizenship. That's the biggest hurdle that we have, is that it takes forever. But this is the stupidest thing that I can say about why
they don't care about that. They're limiting legal immigration. They want to not be replaced. It's the replacement theory.
It's not the replacement theory.
It 100% is.
It's not the replacement theory. It's not the replacement theory, because you keep saying that white people should know that they're not going to be the majority.
I agree with you. They should know that.
Well, they should, because they're only 7% away from not being the majority. It's one generation. It's one generation away, and it's not because of deportation that's going to stop it from happening. It's because they have more kids than white people. That's the bottom line. It's still going to happen whether you import or deport. That's not going to change anything. I think white people know that. It's the idea that you think that that's the only reason this is happening.
I don't really think you're aware of what, say, for instance, like Charlie Kirk and all, like what's pretty mainstream in the Republican Party now.
It's not.
It's pretty out there that they're losing the whiteness of this country.
The country, yeah, it's changed. It's not the ultra white European country that it was.
Yeah, which was, they pretty much used the same rhetoric the segregationists did. All this merit-based, that's all segregation. We want to be merit-based. We're not racist.
Yeah, but it should be merit-based. You don't think that your job should be merit-based?
No, I'm saying that's a dog whistle.
You say it's a dog whistle, but it's also the truth. Should it be merit-based?
Of course it should be merit-based.
So is it a dog whistle or is it the truth?
But it's not a merit-based system.
Would you want it to be a merit-based system?
Yeah, if everyone can start out equally.
They can't start out equally.
What do you mean?
There's no way to start out equally. When you're born, are we all of the same intelligence?
We should be able to start off equally, not based on our race.
Who said that you're not?
Who says that we're not?
No, who says that that isn't a possibility?
So it is a possibility?
Yeah.
Do you want that to happen?
That we're all
what should we do?
We shouldn't have to do anything.
Well, so doing nothing. So the system it up, and we just let it be, and it's magically going to get better.
We should improve our system so that it doesn't continue to put weight on those on people that are being pushed back, and it should open up the door for merit-based to move forward. And it does, dude. Right out of when you talk about this, because do you know who the first black millionaire is? And do you know what year? And do you know what who they were? Do you know anything about them?
I do not know. What drug did he sell?
See, that's a great answer. Do you know by any chance?
I don't.
Look up first black millionaire. It's a woman.
Are you going to tell me?
No, because I want you to.
No, when Andy goes, no.
Wait. First black woman. They did a movie about her on Netflix.
I don't know.
I think if that's who I think you're talking about.
Hair care products?
No. What's her name?
You say billionaire or millionaire?
Millionaire. A billionaire.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know her name. I just can't say it.
Wait, do you know the answer to this? Why do I have to look this up? Is it
It's a
William
woman. It's a woman.
Alexander?
It's a woman.
Wintersor?
She made money off hair care.
No, you put first black.
First black female.
Yeah,
millionaire.
yeah.
So Mary Ellen Pleasant.
That ain't the name I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's not the name I was thinking of either.
Oh, dude, they did a movie on her on Netflix. Played her, the black chick from
Okay.
The Help.
What I would like to
That
say
made
to you,
the pie.
all this problems that you're talking about, all these problems and the way we treat people and how this and should become from an equal level, I agree. We should. But that's not how life works. But
How does life work?
It doesn't work that way.
What do you mean?
There is no such thing as an equal level.
I mean,
I'm smarter than you. Is that fair to you?
Are we? Is it more equal than it was in the '60s?
Is it more equal?
Yes.
Madam C. Walker.
Yep, that's her.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it more equal? I don't know if it's more equal.
What have you been saying? Look how far we've come.
Did you hear him call him? Come on, he argues with him. There's pushback.
If you get out of the way of people, if you don't have to make it equal, you get out of the way, people will make it equal. What year was that she became a millionaire?
I don't
1860. No, that was her when she was born. It was.
I don't know.
That's why I wanted him to look it up because I didn't know the answer to those things. Anyway, she became a millionaire. In your theory, in your mind, there's no way this woman could become a millionaire.
So that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't use an example of someone did this so that
that's all you do. This a 6-year-old was missing. He did this. You use these things all the time. You use these little teeny things to make that happen. Yeah. But people are successful when you get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
You got to get out of the way. The government needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's the only way this is going to work. But we also have, because we are a society that has programs, government programs to help people, we can't have 20 million extra people just come in here that haven't contributed in the past to just get on that system. Here's how it works. And this is what I'm going to say. Have you ever been driving down the road and there's a turn lane, a left turn lane, and the other lane goes straight? And I have a road like this in my neighborhood. And what happens is sometimes it gets backed up, and you might be backed up 2 or 3 lights so that you can get to this left, so that you can make this left turn. But what happens a lot of times is somebody will stay in the right lane, and at the last second they'll cut in and they'll cut someone off, and they make that line longer for other people to get in. And that's what's happened. There's a lot of people who have done the process to come here legally, and that whole millions of people that came in jumped over their line that did everything right. And why are we in their way? What about that? You don't have any courtesy to those people that are trying to do things the right way?
Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch.
What is Congress actually doing to do immigration reform?
We got to wrap this up.
We do have to wrap it up. I don't know. You know what I want to say about our Congress? And I mean this seriously.
They're covering up for a pedophile.
No, I don't think that that's true at all. What I think is that they're the biggest pieces of shit, because if I had a job, if you had a job, when do we get to go home when we're done? When we're done with the job? They're leaving this country right now to go home to be with their wife and kids, and other people aren't getting paid because they can't figure out a budget. Get into the room. I don't care, Republicans, Democrats, Independents. Get in the room, sit there, punch each other in the nuts, do whatever you have to do, get the budget done. You shouldn't get to go home, because I guarantee you if they had to stay there after 72 hours, if they had to stay in that room,
get paid.
That would get done.
Hey, a little off topic, but when it comes out that Trump has pictures of him and underage girls in sexual context, what's your reaction going to be? Are you finally going to denounce this?
No, I'm going to say put him in prison forever.
Nice.
But I'll still take him closing up the border.
Oh, my, there we go.
No, I don't want
Let him run the country from prison.
No, I'm saying that I didn't regret the vote, but I think
Will you read a little bit, Aries? Will you get up on this?
Will you, based on what Mark said, if that's the case, will you regret the vote then?
I will regret the person I voted for, but the change just needed to be done.
Okay.
But I would wonder, and I hate to ask this question though. I would hate that I would be wrong that I don't think that he was the pedophile. I don't think he is.
Well, strictly speaking, I don't think he's a pedophile, because pedophiles like kids. So, like, that 13, 14, 15, I mean, I don't know if they're that young. Maybe they're just 16 or 17, if it is the case. But that's actually a different definition. But that's just a side note. Anyways.
You're so sure that that's going to be that's the case?
No, I don't know. You're just trying to play it out in your head, and you're like, what would these people do if they were guilty? And it kind of looks... it just makes you question it.
Well, if you're going for 17, your favorite bands from the 70s are all going to jail. She's just 17. You know what I mean. That's a show.
That's a show.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.